Welcome back to HIP. Now, unfortunately, we still haven't heard anything from the Pope about our father, Brother Baguette the Chaste. Honestly, one of the most pious characters I've ever played in CK2, so if he doesn't end up being a saint, I am taking, like I said last episode, ungodly revenge on the Pope, no pun intended. So this episode, or more specifically last time, but for this character, I decided to join Lucifer's Own. It's not really something I ever do, because the society, to my knowledge, has been nerfed so heavily now, it's not worth playing in anymore. But we're going to test out. Maybe HIP has made some little changes to it. I haven't played it since, like I said, Rajas of India, since after it was nerfed post that expansion. So there may be some changes or differences. They may have made it a little bit stronger. Because I recall it was really, really OP, and then it was nerfed into the ground. So hopefully, this time around, it'll be a little more interesting. Plus, you know, I think it'll be fun to actually play as Lucifer's Own. It'd be a nice change. Even though I don't think it's going to be that beneficial, unless you play it, you know, much better than what I could play, because I don't really know what it does anymore. But you know, I think the Hermetic Society might be much more beneficial. Honestly, I think the Dominican or Benedictine Order might be much more beneficial. But I'm going to force myself to play in the Society, so we get a different playstyle for once. While searching for a lost chalice, I came across a band of rogues who robbed me. Oh, well that's great, thank you. A wandering warrior has come to your core. Okay, we've got Julian the Bear this time. 25 Marshal, he is a Battlefield Terrain Master, which is obviously very, very good for the narrow flank. And an Organizer as well. Welcome aboard. Honestly, who do you want to replace? This dude? Absolutely, with his 11 Marshal. Yeah, get out of here. Mayor Aldebert, if that is your real name. So what we're going to do with this character is personal gain. Last time we very much played for the benefit of the faith, for the benefit of, you know, Christianity. We stole from the rich and gave it almost entirely back to the church, which went against everything I know about CK2. But this time around, we're going to play a lot more of a selfish, greedy character. Oh my god, seriously. I thought that was it then. St. Magnus the Venerable of Igern. Who? I don't know who this dude is. Wait, was he not? I don't know who this guy is. It doesn't matter too much. True inspiration to us all. Hey, what about, I don't know if you've heard of him. Brother Baguette? Nope, nothing. Who is this? She wants us to vote for us. So our queen there, Agatha the Evil, wants us to vote with, absolutely not. Because I imagine she's probably voting for something. Do we actually have an active vote? Or is it just, no, she wants to vote in the future and maybe not. So I think we should still play the, good, you know, Catholic behind the scenes. Or at least, you know, up front appear to be a good Catholic, and then behind the scenes, obviously, you know, do whatever we feel is necessary to further our own agenda. So we are going to still try and play up the Pope a little bit, you know, pretend to be a good guy and all that. We can now marry our betrothed, I guess is the right word for it. She's a prodigy, +6 to everything. That's also going to be something we're doing. Like I said, we're going to go for the more selfish playthrough with this character. Eugenics game is going to be cranked up to 11. We're going to obviously be using our Satan powers to blast our way through the realm. We can blast our own wife with luck. Did I see that right? Oh, no, it's because we're actually arranging marriage with, obviously, her, whoever this is. Oh, she's a courtier of my vassal. Right, I understand. It's only rulers you can bless with luck. I guess we could, in that case, bless our sister? Why the hell not, honestly? Boom, there you go. We'll see how that develops. Obviously, it's a massive, massive stat buff. It's not a character we're playing now, so why the hell do I care? But it might be interesting seeing what she gets up to with that, you know, blessing of luck there. Be cool if, you know, House Karling does something kind of interesting on the other side of the world. Anyway, Fingers of St. John the Baptist, discount price for boxes of 10. A bishop brings attention to the false relics being sold in our realm. Get in on the business. The church will not be pleased. Chance of us gaining cynical, 27 gold. Do we really want to piss off the Pope for 27 gold? Or lose 13 gold? Honestly, I think up front we need to put on the display of a good Catholic, you know, following in our father's footsteps. And then behind the scenes, you know, be working on both fronts here. We can also gain 75 gold or gain 100 prestige. I think I'll take the gold. We need to be building up Paris as much as possible. Turn ourselves into an absolute powerhouse. Now, there are no trade routes. No, I didn't think so. I did set it up so there was compatibility between Flogies and HIP, but apparently it didn't work anyway. Or maybe it disables the trade route so that they're compatible. That's probably more likely in hindsight. So, we want to go and upgrade our small castle domicile. That in turn will allow us to upgrade and buy our stat buff buildings, which are, you know, going to be a massive, massive bonus. Those you can upgrade 3 times, so that'll be a +3 to all of our stats if we can get it all. It's equivalent of getting quick on all of our characters, so playing tall is much, much more viable this time around. There have been some time since the members of the Tradition faction last met. Are we head of the Tradition faction? We absolutely are. We've got 126% of the Legion's men, so actually we were in a quite a powerful political position here as well. If we wanted to, we could denounce the Queen and have a very, very powerful force backing us up. Let's send out the invitations. Let's actually have a meeting here. One by one, the lords and ladies of the faction assemble at my residence in Paris. It's quite clear that prevailing mood is that fondness towards the Queen. Right, as things are going well apparently right now. She's also offering us a position of commander. No, no thank you. Do we want to strengthen our own position within the council, or within the faction, I should say? Rally support for the Queen, which would obviously be accepted probably quite favourably given everything. Stir discontent, which would be more in favour of our own agenda, but would be more difficult to do because people like her. I have no particular agenda in mind, or again, strengthen our own position. Seeing as no one actually challenged our rule, and what's that? Opinion of 2 is 40, opinion of us 30. Oh, sorry, 12 with that one. I don't think we're in a particularly weak position in the faction, but I don't think we're particularly strong enough either to stir up discontent. So why don't we actually start strengthening our own self a little bit more? I've decided that the meeting is best spent promoting the interests of my most important ally, myself. I like that. That's a great way to phrase it. Hold a self-congratulatory speech. 37% chance is met with a tepid response. 36% chance it's well received. 25% chance it's got cheers and applause. Is this determined maybe by our own diplomacy? Because, you know, naturally that being quite high, it seems like we might be quite beneficial. Or we can ask them for membership dues, which means they will pay to be part of the tradition faction. We'll obviously gain the money out of that. Might not be a bad idea. Might not be a bad idea to do that, seeing as we just spent a lot of our money on the castle domicile. Although this has quite a high chance of succeeding. Let's do it. Sure, there we go. A fair speech. I feel like that was probably the average result there. At least I did a little good. 5 points with both of those guys. Not too bad, obviously, to keep improving rapport with all of our other fellow vassals. Quite powerful vassals, too, if between us we have 127% of the Queen's power, or whatever the hell it was. So, I think playing this this faction game, a bit more political with the high diplomacy, is probably going to be quite an easy thing to do. Adelaide, my wife. What do we want to go for here? Content is probably not terrible, huh? 25% chance we become bitter rivals. Oh, Emma and Adelaide become bitter rivals. I don't know who those... Oh, wait, what? Well, why do we care then? We can assign her a guardian as us, and then if she becomes happy with her upbringing, that's obviously an opinion bonus. Sure, why not? She became the trait ambitious. That could be a problem. She's also not our rival at all, so that worked out pretty well, I think. We do get the -20 for pushing her too hard, and -20 for hypocrite too, apparently. Why? Oh, because we're content. Oh, and she's ambitious, so we are a hypocrite now. That's absolutely fair. Why not? Do we want to give her a crappy old artifact just to make her like us? We could give her the Crusader Sword now that we have a G. It's plus 30 opinion, so why the hell not? We do want an heir as soon as possible, so that seems like a pretty good plan. Oh, she's only 14. Oh, this is a little strange. Suddenly got very weird. We've improved relations with the Pope. Good news. Maybe he's more likely to... If he doesn't make our father a saint, I'm actually just going to go full revenge on the Catholic Church. Prosperity faction is worsened. This guy denounced me harshly at the faction meeting. They swallowed up his words. God damn it. Okay, so people are trying to undermine us there. Fine. What do you want to go for? Council Hall gives a general opinion +3. Ambassador Room gives diplomacy. Those are the only two I'm really interested in right now. You can also go for things like bathhouse, fertility, health, statue, prestige. Treasure Chamber actually gives a fair amount of taxes, doesn't it? Actually, it gives a decent amount of taxes. I mean, obviously, Treasure Chamber will allow us to build more rooms quicker, so I'm actually going to go for that one. Even though the stat buff buildings are obviously far superior, this seems like a pretty good start. Pope likes even more. That's really, really good news, seeing as she's apparently evil, so we may be able to turn the Pope against our liege, maybe get some claims on some things. High diplomacy, absolutely impress him. Let's go for... Oh, God, we'll talk about that one in a second. Let's go for the Council Hall. General opinion +3 is probably the equivalent, roughly, of... Well, I mean, the diplomacy +1 is probably going to give us around a general opinion +3 boost anyway. Let's go for the Ambassador Room next. Obviously, that also plays to events, things like that. My courtier and sister in darkness, Yaroslava, is feeling lavicious. Lavicious? I don't know how you pronounce that in hindsight. And suggested that we meet on stage for an impromptu orgy in honor of the Great Serpent. Of course, I'll wear my Russian codpiece. Fantastic. Now, this event can go badly. We can become frail, you know, because it's very draining. Or we can become brawny on the opposite side of the spectrum. I feel great. We gain Satiric Blessing. Oh my god, that's one of the best outcomes. Where am I? Oh yes, the orgy. 3 days of wicked debaucheries conducted by a priapic dwarf from hell. The drugs, the copulation, the succubus with the hypnotic flute, the ritual murder. Was it real? All I know that Yaroslava sure knows how to throw a party. I feel great. Satiric Blessing is actually, in my opinion, the best outcome we can get from that event outside of also getting brawny. My god. That's a permanent 25% fertility and a 10% sex appeal there as well. Oh, man. Already? Big fan of this Satanic Society, huh? Satan favors, Abjura Toot. You want me to go and defile a bishopric? Sure, absolutely fine. Where's my modifier, though? There we go. Satiric Blessing. That's so good. And again, that's a permanent modifier. Alright, so while we're at it, let's desecrate a temple, now that we've been apparently blessed by a Sata, so why the hell not? My preparations and plans have been made. A servant has been bribed to leave the side door open at a temple in Ename. Sure. It's time to do the biddings of Satan. Kill them or avoid them. I think we'll kill them. Why the hell not? Dead men tell no tales. We could steal some gold. It's 9 gold, so it's not that much. Or burn it in the name of Satan. I mean, It's half of our monthly balance. Is it really that worth it, or we gain 10 dark power? Either way, it's kind of a bit pointless. I'll take the gold. At least that one's a little more useful. Desecrate the temple. We gain 200 dark power and a road away Catholicism. I think our father would be proud. Having looked quickly through the code for leveling up diplomacy, your diplomat specialization is apparently what it's directly referred to as. Apparently the way to level this up is actually just be a chancellor for people. So he was obviously, or I should say, current character Duke Toot was the chancellor of Brother La Baguette. So he started gaining that. If he'd have been chancellor for longer, if La Baguette hadn't have abdicated so early, there's a possibility he might have gone from, novice diplomat up to the next rank. Master diplomat seems very, very difficult to get, and maybe not something that we would be able to get reliably as a player, because obviously you'd inherit before it would get up to that stage. Unless, of course, she makes us her diplomat. Research economy tech. We're a steward? Can we resign and maybe keep trying until she puts us on as a diplomat? Because I imagine we're one of the best diplomats in France, right? Let's check her council out and just take a look at that. Gotta get used to this goddamn interface again. Right, so council. Oh, God, how do I see? Council, liege council. Right, here we go. Her chancellor is... No? Wait, what is diplomat called? Chancellor. Right, who'd have thought so? Liege council, chancellor, 7, really? I guess it's because he's a powerful vassal. He's got 10,000 men. Oh, he's the Duke of Aquitaine. Right, so she's definitely not going to sack him anytime soon. We might as well keep trying. We're really not interested in being her, economist, because we can't, unfortunately, get a specialization in that one. We've already got diplomacy. Anyway, let's go and pick a new ambition. So what have we got the choice of here? Have a son. Doesn't affect fertility, so I'm not too interested in that one. King of France seems like a good one. That seems like it would be a fun one. Make a friend, kind of irrelevant. Increase size of domain. That's always a good one to pick, huh? Domain size of, just 25 prestige. We want to pick the one that's going to give us the biggest, bonus. If we hold peace for 15 years, we gain 2 stewardship. Well, that would make us almost, 50. So, no. Win a war, gain 1 marshal. That's not bad. That seems like a good idea. Yeah, let's go for that one, then. That's actually a measurable bonus, and we've only got 9 marshaled out, so that would help out a pretty decent amount, I'd say. All right. The other thing we should also be focusing on doing is getting as many Christian artifacts as possible. So if we could grab the bones of St. Peter, that would be ideal. I mean, we could try it. I don't think we've actually done the Steel Artifact event this time around, have we? So, maybe we have. I'm not going to explain it again, just in case we have, but I have talked about this basically every series. We have this enabled. Mod, fairly well balanced, allows you and someone else that you take with you, friend, chancellor, whatever. It basically gives you an event based on your stats, and there's multiple levels to it, and there's a high chance of failure. You can also die. It's quite well balanced. Anyway, that's just a summary if I haven't already described it this time around. We're going to try and steal the bones of St. Peter from the Pope. Why not? Honestly, why not? He didn't make our father a saint after all that work we put in, so you know what? Fuck Catholicism, and fuck the Pope, more importantly. Wow, that's going to get me demonetized. Who should be your apprentice? Julian, my marshal, who has 25 marshal. So obviously if we take our marshal with us, it'll be more of a smash and grab, killing the guards, forcing our way into the Pope's treasury. Or we take our spy master, bit more sneaky, bit more underhanded. Might be a better choice, seeing as we've only got 9 in marshal ourselves. Plus, I think spy master complements diplomacy. Bribe the guards, sneak past the guards, try and sneak around a little bit, do it a bit more underhanded rather than the smash and grab. Let's take our spy master with us. Let's see how this goes. I mean, the heist of Rome. That's a pretty good one, or the heist of the Vatican to steal the bones of St. Peter. Now, not only that, we could also, if we're within Diplo range, use this on, the Ark of the Covenant, which is somewhere down in Ethiopia, generally. Obviously against the Basilius himself, because he generally has, the Nail of the True Cross, all of that crap. That would be... Oh, he's lost it. Okay, well, that's probably ended up somewhere else. The previous, Basilius probably... His family has it somewhere. We can find that in the character finder, not a big deal, but... I think building up the biggest Christian artifact treasury would be very, very cool. You've arrived at Pope Ioannis the 20th capital. As expected, it's heavily guarded. There's a group of guards at the main door and a servant entrance at the back. Force away inside. So this will depend on, it says there, physical strength, which I believe is martial or personal combat. Would make sense. Sneaking through the window. Finesse. Obviously, if we had agile, I assume that might play into it, but mostly it's like intrigue. Convince some servants to let me in. Diplomatic abilities. 67% chance of success. Not great, because there are 4 steps, I believe, to this one. And if we fail, we also have to try and fight our way out. Or you can fight your way out, convince him, to let you free. Try and come to some sort of deal. Convince some servants to let me in. Do you want our wife to become content? Well, she's ambitious. Fuck it, yeah, no, that seems fine. You've managed to evade most patrols. That was lucky. We managed to talk our way past the guards. We are a good Catholic. We could say that we're here on, business with our father, perhaps. Obviously, he's dead. Obviously not business with him, but about him. You manage to evade most patrols until you come up outside the treasury. 2 board guards stand between you and your prize. Rush them before they raise the alarm. This is where the martial character would have come in handy. Or we pose the servant, give them poison drinks, diplomatic abilities, and finesse. 59% chance. Oh, God, this is risky, huh? Holy shit, we did it. Now that you've dealt with the guards, you're free to search the treasury for your target. Time is short and the treasury is filled with documents, jewels, and miscellaneous items. Search carefully for the item. Administrative capabilities, that will be our stewardship. 15, not too terrible. 52% chance success. 52% chance success. 50-50 or 58% chance success. Time to get unconventional. Interesting. Success depends on your knowledge of the arcane and scholarly knowledge. We've got 17 learning. This is actually the most... Oh, man. If we get the Bones of St. Peter, it's going to be nuts. I kind of did this with the expectation that we'd fail. Oh, shit. Well, I guess I was right after all. Probably should have kept my mouth shut. Oops, you've taken too long. Some guards found you. Surrender and hope for the best. We are imprisoned by the Pope, and it's obviously down to him what he does with us. Sinners, trying to steal the Bones of St. Peter. Fight your way out, but there's a lot of them. We've got to fight against the whole of the Swiss Guard. You know, fight your way out of the papacy there. 25% chance of successfully escaping. 23% chance of escaping with wounded. 17% chance of being imprisoned. And then 17 or 35% chance of gaining strength wounded and being imprisoned. Very low chance of success. Demand an audience with them. So, actually, you know, try and force our way up to the Pope and demand, you know, to be released. But there's an 18% chance to get executed. Surrender and hope for the best. Man, what do we go for here? Surrender and hope for the best. We're going to get imprisoned no matter what. This one is basically, there's a chance of us escaping, but there's also a chance of us being wounded. God damn it. And we got wounded. Yeah, honestly, I feel like that was the best outcome. So we should have, in that scenario, obviously surrendered and avoided getting either. God damn it, imprisoned by the Pope. 145 gold to get out. I mean, I'm just going to do it immediately, huh? We could go for the... Oh, no, we can't go for theology focus in this mod. For some reason, they've taken it out. Failed in your heist, now you suffer the shame. God damn it. The Pope probably hates us now, huh? Tyrant minus... Tyrant? Oh, maybe that's just what he thinks because we tried to steal the Bones of St. Peter. I'm not sure. Anyway... Not ideal, but we do get to pick a new focus. I'm going to go straight back to business. Let's be reasonable here. Oh, no, wait, we were on family focus last time. I'll go for business anyway. Now that we've got the Satiric Blessing, family focus and the seduction focus, basically pointless. We are going to try and win a war again. God, fucking Pope. We were so close to getting the Bones of St. Peter, which is obviously huge. You know, the build time, build cost modifier from that is, or at least it used to be build cost, build time. Maybe they've changed it. Maybe they're crap now. No, they're incredible still. Stewardship +1, build cost, build time, prestige, piety, and same religion opinion +10. Steal the Bones of St. Peter from the Pope, and he actually likes you more if you succeed and get away with it without him knowing. Oh, god damn it. That's such a shame. Alright, so I just went around and imprisoned all of our treacherous vassals there, and now we can ransom them out for 210 gold. So that was absolutely worth doing. Holy shit, I can't believe that worked. Man, especially given that someone like a 40% chance for imprisonment as well. Still got this dude in prison. Gerard? How much gold has he got? Where's his gold? Oh, 11, right, it's there. Wealth. I'm still not used to this new interface. I mean, Holy Fury changed it all, and then HIP changed it all again. Like, this is 70 gold. And what's his monthly balance increase? 1.42. So he's going to be here for the next many, many years. 40 years or so. Yeah, I'm not really expecting to ever be able to ransom that dude out, but we'll just leave him there for the fun of it. Right, okay, so we've got 293 gold. What do I want to invest this in? I'm actually going to start going for those, you know, buildings that I've talked about so much. We'll go for the general opinion +3. It's not much, but it will help out. Then we'll obviously go for, you know, intrigue, stewardship, all of those. I guess we'll leave learning for last because that's the most useless. So next up, what's map room? That's martial. Oh, an expedition. That's good news. Nice. Council hall, general opinion +3. So now that we know that we're going on an expedition, stewardship is probably not a bad call. Alright, let's go for stewardship first then. So which one is that one? That one is the administration room. That also gives 10% technology spread rate. So that one's arguably the best one. Probably should have gone with that one first, just because it is very, very slightly better than the others. Organize an expedition. Let's hire a crew of bandits. Like I said, this one normally has an incredibly high success rate, so not too bothered with that one. I believe we've got high enough stats to be able to get through this event and to take the priests along, so 63 more gold. Oh, they failed. Well, that's hilarious. Everything's going wrong this episode, huh? We got Aspiring Trader, so that could have gone worse, but, well, you get that just for starting the event. Man, things are really fucking up this time around, huh? Maybe we should have... It's God. God is punishing us. What have we done? I'd be glad to join his faction. Sure, why the hell not, seeing as the other faction hates us anyway. Duke Toot accepts the mission, sacrifice a virgin. Of course we have. Right, so we've basically got to try and kidnap anybody who's relatively young. So let's go search court, sort by age... what have we got? We got 14-year-old there, prisoner. Oh, well, that was easy. Sacrifice to Satan. Done. Satan prefers innocent souls. Ugh, God. What is wrong with you? Homely, club-footed, scarred? Jesus. Well, that's honestly, I think we've done the world a favor with that one. That was very easy. Oh, God. Arbitrary. So this is where it begins. I think you basically have to take the rulership focus, don't you, to cancel out all the negative effects you get from the society. Stewardship +1. Do we have enough? We have 24 vassals, man. Arbitrary is a pretty big loss in that case, huh? Well, there we go. Jerusalem is gone. So our relatives, our nephew, our sister, I assume have returned back to... yeah, there she is, our sister, back in Paris. That's a real shame, but she's an incredibly good character now that we've blessed her with luck, obviously. Finger of St. John for 10 gold? Of course we are. I mean, it might be, apparently we've been told there's plenty of fake goods kicking around, so this is probably an absolute waste of time. You've got the Finger of St. John, that's only +1, and we've also got a Saint's Finger Bone there. Paris was being sieged down by whoever the hell these are. The French Peasant Revolt? Yeah, sure. The Battle of Paris. Toot, you pompous brute. Okay, that threw me off. A shout carries across the plains. Toot, you pompous brute, where I've been fighting close battle alongside my personal guards. What's our personal combat? 72. Okay, that's not bad at all. Why have we got 72? Because we're genius, maybe? Genius gives +40. Brave, we've got the G, obviously. Patient. Carolingian Blood gives +4. That's pretty cool. Okay, aggressive leader. I think we need inspiring leader. That always, to me, seems like the best one here. Pursuit plus some damage. If we're feeling confident, that's obviously the best one to go for. Defender. For fighting weak people, that's generally the best one to go for. So if we're fighting within the realm, I think aggressive leader is a good one, but inspiring leader is just so good, isn't it? You know what we have that they don't? Each other. Gain the trait inspiring leader. Absolutely. They are gone. Goodbye. Now they definitely don't have each other, because they're all dead. To the honored Abjura Toot, I hereby grant you the rank to advance to the next rank within Lucifer's Zone. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're promoted to Conjurer. This is where things start getting a little bit better. This gives us access to Summon Familiar, which obviously gives us some little stat buffs here and there, so we will do that as soon as we have enough power to do so. Tainted Touch, massive. Demonic Possession, massive. Demonic Possession is actually basically how I've played a lot of Catholic campaigns. The College of Cardinals becomes a lot more relevant now because we can possess our own Cardinal candidate, fund his campaign, get him onto the College of Cardinals, make sure he gets elected Pope, and then a possessed Pope is obviously great. And what we can also do is find out who the Pope's heir is. As long as he's not landed, kidnap him, or we can still kidnap him. When he's in our prison, we obviously possess him. He gets elected Pope. Pope gives us claims on absolutely everything because you can't say no. That's one of the best things to do with this society, and it's where it sort of... We're still going to obviously use the religion for our conquest, but obviously from the opposite perspective now, of not being a good Catholic. Now, Tainted Touch is also massive too, because if we have any enemies within our realm, we just give them the plague and watch them die. Excellent. So I thought we'd better hire ourselves a new diplomat here as well and start fabricating claims on other areas in France and try and make ourselves, ideally, the most powerful duke. Aquitaine is going to take a lot to beat, but I think we're actually fairly close to being able to... I mean, it's within grasping range, basically. Your fellow member of Lucifer's Own, this lady has been caught. She now rots away. She's been excommunicated. Curses. Apparently, she's not in anyone's dungeon at all. We are at war with the HRE, which I didn't point out because I didn't honestly realize myself. The French anti-paper war. Oh, right, of course. Right, we'll join that one. Depose anti-pope. Let's agree to join that one just to make the pope like us a little bit more. The only problem with this is we will have to defend Paris a little bit more thoroughly. To the brilliant giant Toot, may you live in harmony and contentment. We would like you to back our plots to fabricate... Who is this? Duke of Anjou. I don't care about that one too much, thanks. It's not really relevant. So, let's put our new Chancellor on the seat of Chancellordom. Fabricate claims, 25% chance yearly is pretty good. I do want to grab... So what have we got kicking around nearby? These sort of independent dukes, we want to bring them under us as soon as possible. What is going on here? Oh, right, that's her promises, isn't it? Right. So, basically moving everywhere south down to this area here. Bourgogne. I don't know if that's how that's pronounced, but that's what I'm going to call it. We're going to head down to there. This guy hates us for what reason exactly? Tyrant -40. We'll put him on the council. There we go. That shut him up. All right. Let's start fabricating claims on the two provinces we had claims on last time that obviously we weren't able to push. Grab those. Just head south. We'll divide France into thirds between us, Aquitaine, and the Queen. Then we can either overthrow the Queen, get independence, or try and take out Aquitaine, and then obviously just swallow it up from the inside. Does your best to... What's our symptom? Fatigue? Oh, God, I'm sure we'll be fine. It's just fatigue. +2. Great. Outraged by somebody. Fine. Chest pains. Oh, God. Flu? It's got to be just flu, surely. Is there anything kicking around? Oh, God. Now, I have a feeling... This is a suspicion. I'm no medical expert. We may get tuberculosis. Lose 50 gold, gain 50 gold. Absolutely not. Get out of here. I would never thought that anyone tried to profit off our grief. Our sorrow that we failed to conceive a child. The demand for gold for our secret. I'm never getting into your demands. Not a real man. -5 with everybody. That's worth the gold. Consumption. What a shocker. Who'd have thought it? As long as you know what you're doing, let's play it safe. Oh my god. Toot maybe on his way out. I'm just gonna let this play through, because this is pretty bad. Health -2. Health -1. Okay, come on. Come on. My wife also has consumption. Oh, shit. This is, like, genuinely really, really bad. Satan's favorites? Yeah, whatever, dude. I really don't care that much. Fine, we'll try something new, I insist. Okay, there we go. Successful experimental treatment. We're fine. I think that's absolutely going to keep us alive. Just wait for that to fade away before we do anything else. Dark tendrils already in my mind. It's obviously Satan's keeping me alive. Wait, what? The use of dark magic has corrupted me. We haven't used any friggin' dark magic. The dark tendrils of Satan's magic have done something. It's obvious that Satan is keeping me alive, but at what cost? Oh. I mean, that wasn't me. I didn't do that. Magical corruption ×2. Why? I haven't done anything. But I haven't used any dark magic. How strange. There we go. At long last. I kind of was expecting this a lot earlier, given the whole satiric blessing, and obviously us becoming lustful as well. Maybe that affects it? Magical corruption. Oh, fertility -30%. Power comes at a price. The use of dark magic has corrupted this character's body, so it's given us health, but it is reducing everything else down. That's so strange. Because I haven't done anything besides sacrifice that prisoner in the dungeon. That's the only satanic thing we've done, obviously, besides, you know, get rid of that temple as well. Oh, nice. Richard the Cyclops, welcome. He's a good leader as well. Nice. Yeah, I haven't used any of the society powers yet. That's really odd. You feel rejuvenated. After some moments of disbelief, you realize the fever has passed. We have survived. Consumption. Excellent. That was, that's pretty great to hear. I didn't want to lose this dude, because I think we've barely really seen what he can do yet. We haven't really done a huge amount with him. Besides, you know, using him as a method of upgrading Paris, I guess. What else do we want to get here, then? Anything that gives us, what have we got? We've got martial learning. Sworn garrison's not bad for the retinue size, but that's probably not going to be relevant for a while yet. Let's go for martial. Why not? We have a new king of France. Interesting. We have a new king of France, and we've also got claims on all of her shit, have we not? Declare war. Can I be allies in another war? When that war is over, we have claims on her stuff. I mean, specifically, we can grab Orleans, right? I don't remember, but I'm almost certain. Wait, where are the claims in this goddamn mod? County of Bruges, which apparently we don't have. You sure about that? Oh, right, he's our vassal. Okay, that's understandable. We could revoke that if we wanted to. Artois, where's that one? So that one, again, is our vassal, but we don't care about that too much. Proof relations with the Pope is absolute fantastic news. A son called Toot. He's a genius. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching the name. I think that's fine. Absolutely acceptable. Trade him in thrift is a bit irrelevant these days. I want to make another good diplomat, I think. Humility? Let's go for humility. Let's assign, obviously conscientious is probably the best one, so I probably should have gone with, like, duty. Anyway, let's find him a good educator. Diligent, temperate, member of the Satan Society, apparently my spy master, that's worrying. Maybe it's just because he's our spy master that he's wearing that cloak. Look for anybody who's patient or diligent. We're patient. Honestly, you know what, let's do it. Let's just give it a go. Alright, there we go. That's what we were after there. The County of Somewhere. Let's grab that one. Oh, the Karling Cookbook by 2. Is that not really bad? As I recall, that book isn't fantastic. Stewardship +1, Dynasty Opinion +5. Well, it's better than nothing, which is what we had before. We can equip another book as well. So that wasn't too awful. We've actually become a very good stewardship character. We still have the magical corruption as well affecting us, don't forget. So 18 diplomacy, 18 stewardship is very good on top of our already good diplomacy as well. That should be the last of our buildings that we need to build as well, right? So, next up, we need to focus on upgrading the castle again. So, we need improve keeps level 4, construction level 4, noble custom, siege equipment. Let's just go for taxes at this stage then. The small poor district gives us tax +3. It's not worth building the noble district unless we can obviously build the next level of castle. So, we might as well just go for everything that are taxes. Poor district, absolutely. How much tax are we bringing in right now? 16.53. Honestly, it's working quite well. Beatrix. I think this is friendship. Why the hell not? She's scary as well. Good God, is that Emperor Palpatine? This bishop has acted dishonorably and apparently stolen from the treasury. Now he's a flag in rebellion. Where is he? Oh, he's in Paris. Okay, understandable. Why the hell not? Let's set a rally point in Paris then and just send everybody over there to burn this bishop down quickly. I'm only doing it for the money, obviously, to ransom from him. Put him in irons. Oh, shit. Well, that was incredibly quick. Good God. I mean, how many people are going to be defending a bishop for it, really? Release him, execute him. We have a valid reason. Can't imagine the Pope be too sacrificed to Satan, inducted to Lucifer's own. could just sacrifice him to Satan. Oh, he counts as our mission target. Plunge my knife into his chest. Oh, no, it's because he was, I was going to say it's because he was a priest, actually. There we go. Build the ambition to win a war. Well, that was a very, very easy way to gain one marshal as well. So we've got some more counts plotting against us. Where are you? Again, this is great gold, so I'm not too concerned about this. Oh my god, that's a small county. We'll move our marshal over there to suppress revolts. Send him over. He's got 26 marshal, plus 26% arrest chance. Let's grab her. Still only 46%. Hang on. On pause. There we go. 71. Nice. Raise the flag in rebellion. Again, not a big deal. We can crush her very, very quickly and still get our taxes from her. It's essentially all I'm doing with this one is just using it as a method to get a shit ton of gold. And then, obviously, you know, building up more buildings in Paris with that is probably a good shout. Speaking of which, citizen district, tax income plus 2. Fine. Absolutely. Let's head over. Not many troops. This should be over in, like, just after this battle, right? Oh, 50%. We do need to actually siege a capital. There we go. Gines has fallen before me, and the troops have collected everyone. Take everyone prisoner. Oh, shit. Well, that will fulfill our mission. If her children were to go missing. What about sacrificing a 5-year-old girl? That'll do. Sacrifice to Satan. Satan prefers innocent souls. Thank you very much. Our wife, common interest, 50 cultural tech points comes with that one. That's such a great event. Oh. First the signs were small, easily dismissed as coincidence. They're becoming too frequent. The omens surrounding your wife's pregnancy are terrible. I'm sure I'm misinterpreting the signs. That's fine. She wants peace. There you go. Sorry about your son. I don't know where he is. Right, 70 gold. Thank you very much. Now we're going to the next one. 44%. Raise this flag in rebellion. That's exactly why I've kept the troops up. This should be very easy to finish off as well. Oh, nice. Their enemy's already there. Oh, shit. We can also gain, I think, light foot, probably. What's our troop composition looking like, roughly? Yeah, light foot. Oh, you know what? We've got a fair amount of cavalry. I'm going to go for cavalry, because obviously that's the way we're going to trend towards anyway. And we had a daughter, Baguette Karling. She is appealing. That's fine. We need a French name for you now. Let's go for... Alright, let's go for Baguette Karling. There we are. Classic French word there. Thrift, absolutely fine. Let's get this guy dealt with, and then we're probably going to have to leave that there for today. I will check before we finish off, though, whether or not we can go ahead and steal another artifact. So it's every 5 years, and I'm sure 5 years has passed since we... It's like one of the first things we did this episode, right? What do you want? You want us to defile another temple? Very easy event to do that. I'm just going to salt this one down. Sod it. Put them in irons. We just want this war to end as soon as... Wait, what? Oh, we got another claim. Hey, that's that duchy got then. Alright, next episode we can actually get up to a proper amount of expansion for our own. Why did that not... Has he got something else? Oh, because... Okay, all that's done is cancel out the war score that he has from holding his own holdings, as confusing as that is. Salt it down. I really don't care that much about our own troops. We're not going to war anytime soon. Thank you very much. Ransom him out. Thank you very much. 70 gold. Good work. Alright, that's keeping us out of debt. Just imprisoning and then releasing everybody. Pope, is it time to steal the bones again? Take 2. Steal artifact. Oh my god, we can try again. Bones of St. Peter. This time, we can take our wife, our spy master wife. That seems like a good idea. Unless we're both in prison, at which point it's a horrible idea. Fine. Take 2 on the bones of St. Peter. This will be such a massive get for us if we can do it. What have we got? 62, 64% chance. Convince some servants. We're in. Are we in? Hey, we're in. Okay. Next step. You managed to evade most patrols. You come up. What the? We're stealing from a dead pope. We're stealing. Look at that symbol. That's look at that portrait. That's awesome. Right. So what have we got then? One of us will seduce them. Oh. I see. Sure, why not? 69%, of course it would be 69% chance of success of seducing them. Why the hell not? Better chance than we had last time. Oh my god, we're actually up to the last step. He wants to revoke our title. He wants to revoke Paris. Failing to hand it over will lead to war. He's got 5,000 men. We've got almost as many. Decline. Having refused to give up my title, I am now forced to raise the banner of rebellion. 2 arms. 4,100 men. Versus 7,600. What was he thinking? I didn't want to declare independence this quickly, but I guess we're doing it. Now that you've dealt with the guards, sorry, I've got to steal from the Pope first. Search frantically for the item, 53%, 46, 69% again. Split to cover more ground. Come on, we can do it. Again, we failed at the final hurdle. Oh my god. What can we do? We've got to fight our way out because we've got our own war to fight. We can't just sit around. People have joined us. Allies. Wait, really? Why have you joined me? I have no idea, but this is great news. Okay, we're going to have to fight this next time, but this is a massive, massive undertaking, I think. Wow, okay, this is going to be very difficult, huh? Let's do it. thank you all for watching. I think next episode is going to be pretty explosive. Let's give a shout out to all of the insane top tier level patrons for making the series possible in the first place. A big shout out to Lucas Holting, Sean Thornton, Haydog Sidini, Tim Bragg, Glorus, Croesus, Vacuous Bacchus, Josh Lundeen Tesla, Michael Mullen, Mora, Jacob Alexander Fenton, Palvis Presley, Asuna Kirito, Conspire T, Jimbo, Orcswolf, Facundo Vasquez, Tom Terror 18, Average Gamer 419, Escape and Sassy 7011. Thank you all for your support. The insane tier levels on Patreon. It is most appreciated. Still annoyed we didn't get that sainthood though. Man, I'm glad we're stealing the bones of St. Peter. Speaking of people who would also steal the bones of St. Peter, allegedly, Nathaniel Lemberg, Euphrates, IT the Great, Jack Allen, Wolfie, James Barnes, Betimus Max, Panther Pearl, Gabriel Van Ders, Llewellyn Thomas, Nathan Flores, The Sage, Joran DeVries, Haji Dumar, Alpha Scuff, Dunconnie217, Zet McDougall, Joseph Beard, Jordan Campbell, Harry McGowan, Chris, Sir Thor the Swede, Sir Death, Acero, Nick, Will Wade, Hancock, Noah Gallimore, Fraser Brennan, the Insane Pickle and Person. Thank you all for your support as well.